Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. So we're continuing on with our 3-card pulls for all the zodiac signs for the next couple weeks of September. This is going to be for Scorpio through Pisces. And so the timestamps are going to be located below if you want to skip to your sign. Make sure to check out your sun, your moon, your rising sign, any other signs that are heavy on your chart or that you just feel drawn to. And if you want to, or you have signs, placements in the first 6 signs of the zodiac, check out the video before this one. I'll have it linked in the description box below, and that video covers Aries through Libra. Remember, these are general, so it's not going to resonate with every single person, but we're just pulling some general energies. We're going to be pulling 3 cards in these readings, one for the energy supporting you, one for the energy challenging you, and one for the general guidance for the next couple weeks. Clear. All right, so we're going to get started here with Scorpio. Let's get some energy for my beautiful Scorpios. What is the energy supporting Scorpio over the next couple weeks? Energy supporting Scorpio. Let's get some energy for what is supporting Scorpio through the next couple weeks of September as we finish out Virgo season, enter Libra season, and also enter that Mercury retrograde. Okay, so for the energies supporting Scorpio, we have the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. And this is really interesting. This 5 of Swords has been coming out for a lot of people, a lot of different signs this month. So this energy of surrender, which is what the 5 of Swords often means to me, especially when coupled with the 4 of Swords. This is like the energy that's supporting you over the next couple weeks, Scorpio, is really putting the sword down, giving up the fight, whatever it is, whoever it is that you have been fighting against, whether this is yourself or a perceived other. It's time to let that go. It's time to release that energy, release that resistance, and really step back into this energy of healing, right? Pull back your energy, recharge, reboot, reset your energy, and just really it's something that we're all learning, right? Which is this energy of like which battles are worth being fought and which are not. And for you guys, I'm really feeling this. For some of you guys, it may be like a situation with other people or energies. And in that, I'm actually feeling you, Scorpio, as kind of, if there were a victor in the situation, I'm actually feeling you as that victor. Like I'm feeling you less as these people walking away, and I'm feeling you more as this person standing here collecting all the swords. All right. And so in some respect, you have actually won. Right? Whether this was a situation with other people or institutions, or whether this was simply a battle that you were fighting with yourself, right? And how you won that. And now like you have this period of resting and rejuvenating and recharging. And for some of you guys, that's how you won. Right? Is you realize I don't have to engage in this drama. I don't have to engage in this chaos and this controversy. I can walk away from this anytime I want and walk back into my peace. Right? For others of you, it is a situation that required your perseverance, where you felt as though you were going through a lot of trials and tribulations, but you came out on top because you kept your cool, you kept your composure, you kept going, you stuck to your guns, you stayed in your integrity, and ultimately you were the victor in this situation because you were able to do that. So it's going to be different for different people. But regardless of what it is, like ultimately, even if this was a battle you were fighting in your own mind, you came out triumphant, or you will be coming out triumphant if you're still going through this energy. And so you really need to self-care. That's what's coming up very strongly with this card. And this is something that we've all been learning how to perfect during Virgo season. This is care for the mind. This is care for the body. This is care for the spirit. So really you learning this art of self-care. You learning how to protect. I'm definitely feeling that. Protect and shield your energy, Scorpio. How to protect and shield your energy. was a huge aspect, and that's what's going to be really helpful if you do have these situations in your life, these situations where you feel as though you're up against insurmountable odds, or you feel like people are just coming at you. Whatever this energy is, wherever it is that you feel this battle, whatever turf or terrain this battle is being fought on, it's like you finding your inner peace. For some of you guys, it's like what you did was you learned how to find your inner peace amidst chaos. Right? You learned how to become the center of the storm, the eye of the storm, like we talked about with that blue lunar storm energy from last year. And now you're able to really rest, reboot, and recharge. You're able to stay charged, right? You're able to stay recharged even in the midst of controversy. And this is, I mean, in the world at large, we see this energy right now, and we see the need to perfect this energy of learning how to be calm in the eye of the storm. It's so important right now. I'm really being drawn to this picture up in the corner here, which is interesting. I've never really paid attention to that in this card before. And it's like a mother caring for a child, maybe. Yeah, that's what it's sort of reminding me of right now, is somebody, there's a mature person and a younger, less mature person, or perhaps somebody seeking guidance. And so I feel for some of you guys, it was like you were in this period of needing to stand up and protect either your inner child or actual children, or your family, your children, something like that, something with the children or the family. And like I said, for some of you guys, it could be your own inner child, learning how to stand up for your own inner child. Yeah, so that's interesting. And I feel like there is a period of rest and rejuvenation for you and your loved ones coming, if that makes any sense. That's going to make sense for somebody. All right. Energy challenging Scorpio this month. 7 of Pentacles. So this is the energy of reviewing, of revising, right? And as we move into Mercury retrograde at the end of the month, right, you're already feeling the energies of this as we are in the shadow period. So this is really looking at what's working and what's not working in your life, what you've invested your time and energy into, and whether or not it's worth it, right? And that goes back to this surrender energy. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what I'm doing worth what I'm getting? Is the direction that I'm going with my life the direction that I want to head in? So there's a lot of this questioning energy. And it may feel counterproductive, but it's really not, because it's allowing you to reevaluate and prioritize. And like we said too, it's like, which battles are worth fighting, right? Where is my energy best spent? Who most deserves my energy? How do I adequately care for myself and those I love? Yeah. Yeah, so really having to look some things over, rethink some things. Rethink and revise some things. All right, and what is the general guidance? The Fool, new beginning. Yeah. So there's something here, the leap of faith. Trust. And trust does not come easy for Scorpio energy, right? And remember, we all have different things in our charts, but pure Scorpio energy is not necessarily the most trusting, and they certainly would not be an energy that we would describe as naive, right? That's one of the Fool's greatest qualities. Not naivety in the sense of like being easily taken advantage of, right? Although sometimes the Fool energy can be, but like that childlike energy. That fresh, youthful energy, that trusting energy. But it's like trust in spirit, trust in yourself, trust in your path, trust in the risks that you're being guided to take right now. I feel like some of you guys, There's an area of your life that you're really rethinking right now, and you're being called to start a whole new beginning, to start fresh. It's like you've put a lot of time and energy and effort into something, but you're really feeling this energy of needing to completely scrap it and start from scratch, to start with something new, right? Because there was just a lot of drama involved in whatever it was that you were trying to create or hold on to before, whatever it was that you were pouring your heart and soul into. There was just a lot of energies that you really don't feel like dealing with anymore, right? That you had to pull yourself away from to find your peace. There's a lot of, it felt like a struggle, like an uphill battle. And you're not trying to live like that anymore. You're not trying to live in that energy anymore. Yeah, it's like even if you were fighting for something that you really believed in and you won that battle, sort of like we said, it's like you don't want to keep fighting. You don't want to have to keep fighting the same battles over and over again. You don't want to end up you don't want to have to continue to encounter situations and continue to have to defend your position and your space, if that makes any sense. You want peace. You want serenity. You want healing. And it's like, even though you've been triumphant, you're a little bit tired. And it's like you're looking at something in your life right now, some aspect, something that you've been working on, and you're like, you can just feel that it's going to continue to be a struggle, right? It's like you've won the battle, but you're like, I don't know if I've won the war yet. And I don't know if I want to continue to engage. I want something fresh. I want something new. I want something different. Yeah, that's definitely the energy that I'm getting here. I want something different for myself. I want something different for my family, for the ones I love. Yeah. Yeah. And for some of you guys too, I'm feeling this energy of needing to agree to disagree with someone or something. Needing to agree to disagree. But it's like there's something really important about standing your ground at the same time. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, which is a brand new cycle. A beautiful, passionate cycle. So there's a lot of new energy wanting to come in for you, Scorpio. It's like, if you've learned, it feels kind of like, if you've learned your karmic lesson, if you've gained the wisdom, you don't need to repeat these experiences anymore. That's what the victory is, regardless of anything else that I've said, right? The victory is you being able to complete this cycle and move towards your peace. Right? You don't have to stay. It's like for some of you guys, if you have, say, like, this is just an example that's coming to mind, toxic family members. Right? Say, like, you have family members who are really entrenched in their ways and they want to tell you how to raise your children or how to live your life or something like that. And they're constantly interfering. Like, you don't have to stay in that energy. You can break away and do something new. Right? You can live your life on your own terms. You can decide what's best for yourself and for those that it resonates for your family as well. Right? It's like for some people, I feel like too, when it comes to this family type dynamic that I'm definitely feeling for many, it's like there's something that they hold over you or something that they give you that you thought that you needed in order to be okay. Like say you struggle financially and your family helps you to support your child, or they do something, or like you're in a co-parenting situation and the parent pays for things or does things that you feel you need help with and you don't know how you're going to do it on your own or something like that. So you kind of cave into their demands and you've started learning how to stand up for yourself and stand your ground, and they don't like it. And you might now have to change the trajectory of your life, you might have to make a lot of adjustments in order to free yourself from that energy and really assert your independence and move forward. And so you're a little bit scared to do that right now because it's going to be it's such a huge change. But you're definitely being supported in that energy. All right, that could be like one example. And so take that example and sort of shift it and meld it however you want. But it's all about you living a life that's authentic to you and you deserving to live a life where you have peace. And when you don't always feel like you're having to defend your position. Even if it's just like you're involved with somebody, whether it's a family thing, whether it's a significant other, a job, whatever it is, where people don't see things the way that you do and you're constantly having to. It's reminding me of the quote right now of, it says something like, spend your time with people who understand you, who speak the language of your soul. Let me see if I can get this right or close enough. Find people who understand you so that you don't have to spend a lifetime translating your soul. It's that kind of an energy that I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling here. Yeah. For many. All right. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. And now we are going to move on to a beautiful Sagittarius. Beautiful Sagittarius. Clear. Let's get some guidance for my Saggies for the next couple weeks. Closing out this September energy here. What's going on? What energies are supporting Sagittarius right now? What energies are supporting Sagittarius? What energies are supporting my beautiful Sagittarians this month? Or for these next couple weeks, rather. Okay, so we got the 3-card draw here. All right, we are pulling 3 cards ultimately. And so we'll see if we're reading this as the 3 or what. But the first card we have out is the Page of Pentacles. All right. The Page of Pentacles is a message. It is something new. It's something small that's beginning. Maybe a small offer. Yeah, it's something new that's beginning. Is what I feel for you guys, Sagittarius. Something that's coming through. Maybe it could be a message as well. Yeah. Let's see. It feels to me like this is all energy that's supporting you right now. So we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the King of Pentacles. And so this is a journey right here from the Page to the King. So this is how we start out as the Page, young, maybe a little bit naive, right? Open, full of wonder, wanting to learn, wanting to grow. And then this is the wisdom, right? The clarity. That helps us along as we develop into the master, right? The king energy. The master of our domain. So it feels like the energy that's supporting you is this evolution. This is a mental evolution. This is an evolution in the way that you think, the way that you communicate, the way that you understand. It's like a shift in perception, a growth in perception. As you step into a new level of maturity in your life. Yeah. A growth in perception and understanding, a strengthening of the mental body, which is then being manifested in the physical world and coming into fruition in the physical now. All right, let's get some energy. What's challenging? Oh, we got the Tower as the challenger. All right, this is the energy challenging you this month, over these next couple weeks, Sagittarius. So this is like another realization, I feel like a deeper level of epiphany. This is also perhaps chaotic outer events. It's like you found this level of mental stability and growth. Your perspective has grown, and now that's being put to the test. Right? Give me a clarifier on the Tower. We got the Three of Wands. Interesting. Waiting for our ships to come in. One more clarifier. Eight of Swords. Interesting. So, this feels like you've been really anxiously waiting for something. Over these next couple weeks, there's like this level of anxiety about something that you've been waiting for, something you've been expecting. And I feel like what happens is not what you were expecting at all. Right? Some sort of event happens that comes totally unexpected, totally out of left field, is not what you were anticipating at all. Tell me some more here. Ooh, then we got the Death card. Something ends. There's an ending to something, and it doesn't end the way that you anticipated it would. It doesn't end the way you anticipated it would. So it's a little bit shocking. It's a little bit jarring. And so this is where you call upon this new level of mental stability that you found. This new level of mental growth, and this growth in perception is really being put to the test, right? Through this unexpected ending. Through this unexpected ending here. This unexpected change or transformation of energies is what it feels like. But it's like whatever the situation was, if this wasn't necessarily something that you were waiting for or waiting on, and this is just something that you were kind of like feeling like you were stuck in and you didn't know how to get yourself out of, then this is actually a gift from the universe moving you out of this energy and helping you to transform, because you were kind of stuck. You were kind of stuck. You were sitting, you were waiting, you were watching, and so the universe kind of pushed you. So it's like, can you see that? Can you see the gift in what's happening here? That's this Ace of Swords energy. All right, general guidance. We have the Nine of Cups. Absolute wish fulfillment. All right. So whatever, it almost feels like the energy of be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Like you're getting what you asked for, Sagittarius. It's just you may not see that right now, or you may not be receiving it the way that you wanted or the way that you thought it was going to happen. Right? It's like the energy of if you've been asking for a better job, but you just won't leave the old one, all of a sudden you get fired. Right? Or you've been asking for a new relationship, but you're still stuck in the old one, and so the universe comes in and clears that out for you. Or I don't know what it is. It could be anything. You asked for another level of, you wanted to level up spiritually, right? You wanted to move to the next level in some area. And so something shocking comes in and sort of like shakes you awake. Like plunges you possibly into a little bit of that dark night of the soul energy to lift you up again. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. So whatever is happening, whatever is ending, whatever energy is coming in and shaking things up, or whatever epiphany or realization is coming through, right? Allow it, like, know that it's for your highest good and it's actually bringing you what you asked for all along. And for those of you who didn't ask for anything specific, you asked for it without asking for it. That it was your deeper desire. Yeah, it was your deeper desire. You asked for it you asked for it subconsciously. You asked for it with your vibration. You asked for it just with your heart. And so the universe is delivering it. It just may not come through in the way that you expected. But it's all about you continuing to fine-tune your perspective. It's all about you getting deeper levels of clarity as you continue to move forward on your path. Developing a stronger and sharper ability to discern. Right. Clearing another layer of distortion from your perception. So don't hold on too tight. All right. Don't hold on too tight because things are being moved and removed for your benefit. And this is a big energy that's been pretty consistent with a lot of the signs today. So that's really interesting. All right, Sagittarius, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you guys want any assistance, please reach out to me. My email's in the description box below. Clear. All right. Clear. We're moving on to Capricorn now. Let's get some energies for Capricorn. This is for the next couple weeks. Wrapping up most of September here. What is going on for my Capricorns? Let's talk about the energy supporting. What energy is supporting Capricorn over the next couple weeks? What energy is supporting Capricorn over the next couple weeks? Okay. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Hermit coming out. All right. So, Capricorn is being supported by this. There's an awakening happening here. There's an awakening happening here, and it's like the Page is the youngest of all the court cards, right? The Page is the beginning. The initial phase of development. And so there's some sort of illumination coming. There's some sort of spiritual awakening that you're undergoing right now, Capricorn. And it's still in the initial phases right now, in the initial stages. But it's also, I'm feeling with the way he's offering this up and he's shining the lantern on it, there's a gift that maybe you weren't seeing that wants to be recognized. Something about this internal process, whether this is a dark night of the soul, whatever this is, maybe this is you spending more time alone, right? Pulling back your energy. Something that's going on, something that's happening in your life. There's a gift being offered, and you're being able to recognize it. Over the next couple weeks, you're going to recognize this gift for what it is. All right, what is the energy challenging Capricorn? Okay, so we had the six of swords, yeah. And then for some reason, I just wanted a couple more cards, even though I'm not supposed to be doing that. Supposed to, whatever that means, right? So the Six of Swords, this is moving on to calmer waters mentally. And it's challenging you because of this, right? Moving on to calmer waters, because there's been a lot of this intensity of energy, right? This intensity of energy. And this is all internal, right? There may be external forces as well. There may be external people in your life that you're having conflict with, that you're having differences of opinion with, that you're not seeing eye to eye with. But really, and a lot of this is internal as well, right? It's like, this is the energy of nightmares. This is the energy of being trapped in your own head, of keeping yourself awake at night with anxiety, with stress, with worry. For some of you guys, it's worry about what other people think, or worry about, but for a lot of you guys, I feel like all of these people are fighting in your own head. Okay? So it's really moving out. Like, the challenge is to move out of this energy and toward calmer waters, to find your peace. To find your peace. Finding peace amidst chaos has been a big theme for a lot of people that I've been doing these readings for. So what is the gift? Possibly this is the gift. When we can transform this energy into this energy. When we realize that we can release ourselves from this anytime we choose. Right? It's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of our choosing. Let's get some general guidance here. We've got the King of Wands and Judgment coming out here for general guidance. So this is really stepping into your sovereignty. This is a call to step into your sovereignty. This is a call to step up, right? The King of Wands is a leader. He is charismatic. He is somebody that people pay attention to. He is magnetic. He is fiery. He is passionate. So it's a call to step into that leadership energy within yourself. To use your voice. I'm definitely feeling that with the trumpet here, and you see how all these people are like coming up and he's like calling them. It's almost like Back from the Dead, it sort of feels like they're all gray, right? Yeah, and they are in caskets, yeah. Waking up the dead. What parts of you have you allowed to die that want to be resurrected? Right? Where have you perhaps lost parts of yourself that are ready to be called home so that you can step back into this role in your own life? That's a gift too. It's like a soul. It's like a soul, what's the word I'm looking for right now? When aspects of your soul return into you. It's like a soul retrieval, a soul recall. Calling back in pieces and parts of yourself. Because you are meant to be a leader. You are a visionary. Right? But your vision is being clouded by all of this inner chaos. And yes, for some it may be manifesting as outer chaos as well. Right? But if this is you worried about what other people are thinking, what other people are saying about you, what other people are doing, don't worry about them. All right? Take care of you. Take care of your end of things. Our only responsibility is to be on point within ourselves to the best of our ability, to love ourselves to the best of our ability, to show up to the best of our ability. Who cares what other people think? Right? Who cares? This has been coming up a lot with myself and some of my friends, right? We've been talking about that voice, the voice in your head that criticizes you, that says all the negative things about you, right? The negative self-talk. And so this is just an energy of that. This is like what did they used to call it in when I used to do 12-step? It was the itty bitty shitty committee, right? Who cares about that either? It's about taking control over our own well-being. Claiming our peace of mind for ourselves. Yeah, I feel for some Capricorns too, it's like this energy of, yeah, being really worried about what other people think or what other people are doing or other people not seeing or appreciating you or your ideas. What it is that matters to you. Feeling despaired, maybe people in your reality who are not getting along as well. Just like the stress of all of that. And it's like you really pulling your energy back, right? Going inside, gaining your own center, your own composure. And realizing that you don't have to be a part of this energy if you don't want to be. And if this energy exists within you, you don't have to keep feeding it. Yeah. And as you step into this next level of sovereignty, that's when these aspects of you are called home as well. But it's like everything that you're experiencing and going through right now is designed to help you claim your own sovereignty. Sovereignty over your mind. Sovereignty over your body. Sovereignty over your spirit. Yeah. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Cups, too. So there's, with the Two of Swords. So for some of you guys, there may be maybe some stuff going on in the romance department as well. Yeah. But that's a whole other reading right there. All right. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, Capricorn. Yeah. Letting your voice be heard. Right? With that judgment, with that trumpet. Really being called to step up as a leader. If there are people in your life that are just like in complete chaos and they're confused and they're running amok, you may be the one that has to marshal those inner resources in order to, like you're there to show them, right, a better way. A better way. But in order to show them a better way, you have to do something different than what they're doing. And above all else, no matter what's going on with you over these next couple weeks, Capricorn, like don't fall victim to the energy of fear. False evidence appearing real. Right? Don't fall victim to that voice in your head. Rise above all of that. Right? Don't fall victim to playing to the crowd or doing what is expected of you if it directly contradicts your truth and your spirit. And don't worry about taking a risk and speaking your truth, because it's that truth that's going to set you free. And when you do speak your truth, when you do use your voice, when you do step into this higher level of mastery, you're going to be calling back really powerful pieces of your essence that want to come home. That are ready to meet you at this next level in order to help you to be the visionary and the leader that you came here to be. The change that you came here to see in the world. All right. Clear. Now we got Aquarius coming up. Let's get some guidance for Aquarius for the next couple weeks. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. Whatever, if you were drawn to this, there may be a message for you here. Let's get some, what is the energy supporting Aquarius for the next couple weeks? Energy supporting Aquarius. Okay, here we go. Right out with the Judgment again. Yeah, this is how we finished out the reading for Capricorn. So we got that Judgment card coming out. All right, this is a call to action. This is a realization, an understanding. This is you really using your voice. as well. But I feel for some of you, it's like hearing the call, heeding the call. There's a call that was put out by your soul, possibly by your team, by your angels, by your guides. And it's like you're receiving those messages loud and clear over the next couple weeks. If there has been a message that has been working to reach you that you haven't quite picked up on, or you haven't been willing to listen to, it's gonna keep getting louder over the next couple weeks. Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys are having some similar cards to the Capricorn. You may want to check that one out as well. So we have the Ten of Swords. I didn't even actually ask anything. I just started shuffling in the Ten of Swords. So this, we'll look at this as the energy that's challenging you. So this is the energy of being stuck in your head, right? This is anxiety. This is getting yourself all worked up. This, I feel for you guys, is also like worst case scenario, doomsday thinking. All right. And this is really easy right now to fall into, right? There's so much fear energy being pumped into the collective right now, right? There's a timeline that those who seek to control us want to establish. And we keep moving them out of that timeline with our vibration, with our intention, with our energy. They keep trying to suck us back in. All right. There's a lot, if we look around at the world right now, that facilitates being stuck in this kind of energy. Right, but we can't allow ourselves to fall victim to this. All right, so your own mind is the challenger over the next couple weeks. And it's possibly, too, because you're receiving these messages, you're hearing this call, but you're not wanting to answer it. So you're trying to block it out, is almost what I feel like here. It's like it's even in your dream time, you're receiving messages and you're like, no, I don't want to hear it. I'm not doing that. That's not, it's like you're rationalizing away. Like for some of you guys, I feel like, and you guys are very intuitive, right? You're very psychically connected. But I feel like right now it's like you're maybe trying to rationalize away too some of what your inner guidance is telling you, because it's like the way that you're being asked, that you feel that you're being asked to step up, the role that you're being asked to step into, whatever it feels like you're being called to do, you're not necessarily 100% on board with it right now. You don't know if you're ready. I feel like that's the energy for some, is like, she wasn't ready. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or it's just really having a realization that's a little bit hard to, it's like a pill that's a little hard to swallow maybe for some. Let's get, what is the energy, the general guidance for this month? Interesting. So we got the Seven of Swords here with the Six of Cups. And so the Seven of Swords can be deception, right? It can also be doing something differently than it's been done before. That's an interpretation of the Seven of Swords that we don't always hear about a lot. But I'm being drawn to that for some, being called to do something differently than it's been done before. With this energy, this nostalgia, this past energy, something different than what's been done in the past. Right? And that could be the call that some people are afraid to heed right now. Because it's like you don't want a target on your back, is sort of what it feels like, metaphorically speaking. But I also feel for some of you guys too, it's like you got the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. I feel like for some of you guys too, there's an energy, where somebody from your past who betrayed you in the past is coming back in and wanting another start with you. That's another energy I'm feeling for Aquarius over the next couple weeks. And as we move into Mercury retrograde, this is the kind of thing that we can encounter, right? Or I'm also feeling for some of you guys when it comes to this, it's like you're realizing that you had feelings for someone that you didn't understand. How do I want to put this? you rationalize them away and you convince yourself that you didn't feel a certain way about somebody, and now you're realizing that you did. And for some of you guys, that's what's putting you in this energy. And that's what this realization is all about. Is that you're actually have feelings for somebody that you didn't think you did. Probably somebody from your past. And it's like you're trying to kind of sneak away from the situation. You're trying to pretend. It's like you either notice that somebody has feelings for you that you don't reciprocate, or what really feels like I said coming through the most strongly here is like you realize that you had feelings for somebody and you're just like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Maybe I can just sneak away here. Maybe I can pretend. It's like you're pretending like they're not. It isn't what it is. Yeah. Anything else here? The moon. Yeah. Things that were hidden. Things that were hidden. Secrets. There's secrets here. Secrets coming out. Secrets coming to light that are causing lots of sleepless nights. And that's why if you are keeping a secret, Aquarius, it's time to speak your truth. It's time to speak your truth, because that's the only way you're going to get out of this energy. That's the only way you're going to get out of that energy, is to speak your truth. We got the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment on the bottom of the deck, right? Yeah. This could also be an energy where some of you feel like you have feelings for someone and it's unrequited, but it's actually, you're never going to know until you you're never going to know until you speak up. And for some of you guys, this is just that energy of, like we said, something that you're feeling called to, you're hearing this call, but you're not wanting to heed it. And this doesn't necessarily have to do with a relationship. It could do with any area of your life where you're being asked to step up, and there's or to step up, to step out, to expose yourself, to be more vulnerable, to be more open, to be more honest, and express an aspect of your truth, and you're afraid, right? Which happens to all of us, right? You're afraid, you're worried about how that's going to be perceived, and whether you have within you what it takes to do that. But you do. You absolutely do. You guys, you are a sign. That is part of your journey, right? Is to uniquely express who you are in the world, right? You guys are the visionaries, right? But we have to live that vision. We have to speak that vision into being. We have to be the example of that vision. All right. Okay, so interesting reading for Aquarius here. Oh, let's move on to our beautiful Pisces and see what's going on for Pisces this month. These last couple weeks, rather. Clear. Pisces. Let's get some energy for Pisces. What energies are supporting Pisces over the next couple weeks? What energies are supporting Pisces over the next couple weeks? What energies are supporting my beautiful Pisces? Okay. All right. So we have the King of Wands coming out for Pisces. All right. This is that fire sign energy, that charismatic leadership, visionary type of energy, right? With the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Swords, which is an interesting combination here. But what this feels like to me is triumph in an area where somebody was trying to get away with something. This also feels, okay, so part of this energy is you really stepping into your authority and your sovereignty and doing things in a way, in a totally different way than how they've been done before, and being very triumphant and victorious with that, in that. Really, this is that energy of being the change that we want to see in the world, being the example, and other people noticing and wanting to follow you, recognizing you for that. Yeah, this definitely feels like an energy where you are being victorious. You are victorious, But there may also be a little bit of envy and jealousy that comes along with that from people. Right? That's part of the challenge too, is that as you are stepping into, you have this energy of you really stepping into this next role of magnetism and sovereignty and leadership for many of you. But there are people who are envious of that. There are people that perhaps don't have the best intentions around you. And so you just want to be wary of that. You want to use your discernment. And it's also, like we said, you feeling victorious and being victorious in situations where there were perhaps untruths or where things weren't completely on the level. Like if you've been dealing with that type of lower vibrational energy, you come out on top. You are able to see and recognize where that is happening. And still be victorious anyway, regardless of whether there are people who don't have your best interests at heart. And we're always going to encounter that type of an energy, right? As we are rising up into our power, as we are standing in our autonomy and our sovereignty, there are going to be people who, as we are then reaping the recognition and the blessings of that, there are going to be people who don't appreciate that, right? Who feel threatened by that. Or envious of that. Yeah, what energy anymore for what energy is challenging? Strength. No, this isn't the challenge. This is the guidance right here. Strength. We are being guided to call upon your strength, Pisces. Right? To remember how strong you are. Once again, we've got that lion, we got that fire energy. This is Leo energy. This is the energy of courage. This is the energy, once again, it's that King of Wands energy. And so there may be that Leo energy coming in strong here. You being asked to call upon your inner Leo. Right? To find that strength within you to continue to be that leader. Right? To stand in to really shine your light. This is the energy of Pisces like this. In these next couple of weeks, you're really going to be coming into your light. Possibly receiving, it's like you're leveling up in terms of, like we said, your own sovereignty and stepping into those positions of leadership and really shining your light. And just continuing to stay triumphant, continuing to move forward, regardless of where you have energies, where you're receiving those. It's like you're becoming so magnetic and so attractive that you're attracting everything, high and low vibrational energies, right? And so you shield yourself, you stay strong in the face of these lower vibrational energies. And you just keep shining your light, baby. That's it. Keep shining your light. And it's like those who don't have your best intentions at heart are going to be revealed, and just allow them to fall away. That's all you have to do. Just allow them to fall away. Just keep being you. Stay strong. Stay focused. Stay committed. And let those energies just fall away. Yeah. Anything else here? You have the Hierophant. Yeah, major spiritual lessons. Major spiritual lessons. Major spiritual upgrades. Right? The Hierophant to me represents the next level of our spiritual journey. This is also commitment. Like, stay committed to yourself. Stay committed to your path. This is really, yeah, you guys really, Pisces. People are looking to you for guidance. They're looking to you as this beacon of light. And yeah, you're really being recognized for that. You're being spiritually recognized as well for your commitment to your path. And so with all of these beautiful cards here, it's like this is almost like a non-issue. This is like you are changing the game right now. So just know that. And don't let the criticism of others, don't let the ill intentions of a few sort of spoil your enjoyment of your success, and don't let them disempower you. It's like there's a little group of people who want to disempower you, who don't want you to step into your light, and maybe not even for malicious reasons, maybe, but it doesn't matter, because you are strong enough to, like, you are so powerful right now that like you're not even seeing them. You don't even need to. Like, yes, pay attention to who's around you. Be discerning, but don't give them an inordinate amount of attention, because they don't deserve it, and they don't need it. Yeah. This is also like what's allowed you to step into this level of leadership is this energy of taming the beast within, taming the mind, taming the lower self. You've really moved beyond this energy. For some of you guys, there was some it's the ego, the pride. You sort of arose above that, like you transcended a level of that. You've overcome some tough circumstances, right? Those are the things that build us, right? Our challenges are what make us stronger, and you've come out so strong on the other side of that. And for some of you guys, yeah, there might have been some betrayal in the past as well, right? But that only made you stronger as well, right? That didn't break you. Yeah. And now that you've leveled up, it's just, I mean, we got the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, all right? You're just like full steam ahead. So don't let anything stop you, right? Keep moving forward. This is such beautiful energy for you guys. You are such beautiful, incredible, I don't want to say human beings, because we're beyond that, right? But you're such incredible and powerful souls. You guys hold so much wisdom, right? You are the completion of the Zodiac, the melding back into oneness, into unity. But it's like you guys have discovered your own independence as well. It's like you know that you're part of the whole. You know that we are one energy, but you've also really figured out who you are within that whole, right? Your unique strengths, your unique talents, your unique gifts. What it has is that you have to offer the world. And this is like you coming to the pinnacle of your energy right now, Pisces, right? Where you move out of that passive, that energy that can often feel like they're just being tossed about by the sea of life. Right, that passive kind of energy, into a very active, very assertive energy. It's like you're strong, but you're gentle, but you're strong. And the wisdom that you have to share with people, you're stepping forward and sharing. Whether this is for some of you, like you started a class, or you started teaching a class, or you started a school, you started a YouTube channel, you started a charity, or you just, the way that you conduct yourself in your daily life is you're being a leader to people just by living the new truth that you've come to understand within yourself. Yeah. And that in and of itself is powerful. Right? That's how we change the world, simply by healing and growing ourselves and stepping more deeply into our empowerment, into our souls, into our purpose. And our purpose is love, right? Our purpose is empowerment. Our purpose is remembering. Our purpose is joy, it's bliss. It's being authentically who we are and shining that into the world, raising our vibration. And you guys have like significantly raised your vibration. Or you're in the process of doing that right now. All right. I love you all so very much. I hope that you enjoyed these readings. I will, hopefully, if you guys are enjoying this, continue doing this as we go on, because it is really fun. And I love kind of getting to tap into different energies for you guys. These are general, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. Check out all of your different sign placements, as I said. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how these resonated for you. I love and appreciate you so very much. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so, and my email is down below with the description of the different services that I offer. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Sending you so, did I mention that I love you? I'm sending you love because I do, and I am.